Dingoes, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I have a very exciting episode for you. Today we are going to be discussing Whiteheart protocol and the White token. It's a very exciting protocol, a lot of potential. They have close ties with Hegic protocol, which has seen huge success within the DeFi derivative market. So that's very exciting, but I am going to note a lot of valid concerns with Whiteheart. So take that as you want. Also, I do have a price prediction at the end. And lastly, if you're part of the Dingle community, guys, I have one of the biggest announcements I have ever brought forth to thy Dingle community. So you want to make sure you stay tuned for that and join in my happiness in this announcement. Anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right into Whiteheart and its price action. So as you can see, $3,600 is price per token, $33 million market cap, almost 9,000 total supply of token, all of them in circulation. Would this bring up concerns if this was another protocol? Yes, but since Whiteheart has close ties with Hegic, if they need funding, I think Hegic could provide funding for Whiteheart for the long term success of this protocol and the longevity of this protocol, right? Also, one thing that could provide longevity to this protocol are fees generated, because Whiteheart is going to be generating fees, and I say is going to because their mainnet has yet to be launched. They are planning to be launching that in February, so stay tuned for that. That is exciting, but that is one of my main concerns, is because everything right now, including the market cap, is purely speculation, because without a main net it's hard to do a valuation, and my price prediction at the end is the ideal implementation, the ideal adoption, etc., market cap, right? So my price prediction is based off of a successful implementation of Whiteheart's protocol, right? So make sure you understand that before we jump headfirst into this. Anyways, let's look at the price action real quick. We have been consolidating for a while now. A lot of DeFi tokens and protocols have been seeing huge price action, and I think Whiteheart could definitely see that in the near future. And now let's jump into their UI. This is an example of their UI that they put out like a month and a half ago. This is what they're trying to do, and this is a good representation of what, hopefully, when their mainnet is implemented, what will be available. So they are going to be introducing a uniswap like interface for ETH and wrap Bitcoin purchase and purchase of options, right? So they will have ETH, Ethereum, as well as wrap Bitcoin right off the bat, and I think they will only be providing put options. So there's a lot of room for improvement, but also a good starting point. Ethereum and wrap Bitcoin put options, and you will be purchasing Ethereum or wrap Bitcoin, and then you can also purchase a put option. And what a put option is, it's a derivative, and if you don't know what a derivative is, it's basically insurance. Insurance is derivatives, and a derivative is basically paying somebody a premium to take risk off your shoulder. And a put option takes price action risk off your shoulder and puts it on somebody else's shoulder for a premium. And this premium for put options are usually high, especially in traditional markets. I mean, implied volatility is there, and I mean, we will see what happens, but premiums are usually high for put options, but it is protection against downside risk. And basically, when you're buying a put option, I'll just quickly summarize what a put option is. I mean, say you buy Ethereum at $600, the strike price is for this put option is $550, right? So if the price of Ethereum goes down to 500, you can always sell it for 550. So a put option is a contract that gives you the right to sell your Ethereum at a certain price, and the strike price is that certain price. So hopefully that helps you understand a put option and put options, or just options in general, a little more. If you want to learn more, go watch somebody else's video. This is not a video to explain what derivatives are, but hopefully that kind of gives you a little summary of what that exactly is. Anyways, let's talk about their tech, and their main tech is this hedge contract. And the hedge contract is a system of Ethereum smart contracts that can automatically conduct the process of hedging users' holdings, market value. So that is their main tech, and that is what you are believing in if you long this, as well as you're believing in Hegic protocol, which has seen success. So it does have a lot of future potential, guys. It does. The core part of the hedging protocol is a new financial primitive called a hedge contract. And I want to bring up financial primitives because this is my favorite DeFi buzzword. And this is what I look for in DeFi projects in general, is the potential for it to become a financial primitive in Web3's infrastructure. And if you don't know what a financial primitive is, it's basically a DeFi protocol that has the potential or has already started to have other niche DeFi protocols getting built off of it and utilizing their data and possibly even their code. So that's what I want to see. And I think like Uniswap is a financial primitive for Whiteheart, right? Because Uniswap is being utilized to build Whiteheart. So there you go. Uniswap is a financial primitive, and hopefully Whiteheart can also be a financial primitive in the derivative sector of DeFi. And now let's go into the fee distribution. And I love fees in DeFi because it subscribes to my narrative that Ethereum is about to be a digital country with a real GDP. And I would love to see that. So fees allows protocols to generate tangible cash flows, growing Ethereum's GDP. And I want to see that. I love to see that. And that's what you want to see as a governance token holder. So let's go into their fee distribution. The total supply is 8,888 white. Fees are distributed pro rata among the staked white tokens. There is no minimum amount of white token that can be staked. The initial distribution breakdown of fees is 30% of fees are distributed among white tokens staked. 30% of fees are distributed among Whiteheart liquidity providers. 20% of fees are distributed among Hegic staking lots. So there you go, another key tie to Hegic, but also their developers also help build Hegic. That's the main connection for sure. Also, Whiteheart is using Hegic's back end for their derivative mechanism. And now let's go into Hegic, because obviously Hegic's success will lead to Whiteheart's success and vice versa. So they will build off of each other. You see Hegic sitting at $134 million market cap, 41 cents, up 41% guys today. So Whiteheart will see some price action here shortly, especially once it's implemented. And now let's go into their Twitter. I'll link all the information in my description, so if you want to go in depth about it, go check that out. Zero Molly is the core dev, as well as Jay Montier. They also worked on Hegic and helped build Hegic. They are both very talented developers in the crypto ecosystem and crypto world. I mean, they do have a lot on their plates, and that's another main concern of looking at Whiteheart, because Whiteheart is not their priority. Hegic is their priority, and then Whiteheart. As you can see, Hegic / Whiteheart, even though they are intermingled, I mean, if it comes down to it, Hegic's success will override Whiteheart success. Hopefully they both can be successful, but if something happens where they have to pick one, they're going to pick Hegic. Keep that in mind for the future. They are both very talented, but Whiteheart is kind of an additional and a complementary project to their main priority. So keep that in mind. Lastly, I want to point out they both are anonymous, and the whole Hegic team is anonymous. So, is that necessary? Yes, to some degree. It's also, I mean, being anonymous is not a bad thing in DeFi, because there's a lot of DeFi protocols that are on the edge of legality, especially in different countries. So keep that in mind. But the only thing with anonymous teams, you have to keep a closer eye on them. End of story. You just have to keep a closer eye on them, making sure that your investment is safe. That's what it comes down to. As an investor, that's your responsibility to do. Now let's check out their competitors. OPYN is the main competitor for Hegic, and I like OPYN a lot. It has less volume than Hegic, and I think that's basically due to Hegic's bootstrapping with their token and OPYN not having a token. But OPYN does provide options for altcoins, and Hegic only provides options for Wrap Bitcoin and Ethereum. So those are the two differences. Also, there's a new project coming out here shortly. There's no date, but Ribbon Finance is I believe is a derivative aggregator built by two previous Coinbase devs, I believe. But this is a very exciting project and maybe something to look into in the future. It is a DeFi derivative aggregator, so something to look in for sure. Jay Montier follows them, as well as I think Zero Mali does. I could look into that right now. Does Zero Mali follow them? Zero Mali does not follow them, but I do. And see, this is the CEO of OPYN, or one of the core founders. So very interesting stuff for sure. You can see the success and competitors following them. So a lot of devs follow them. Look at that. Look at that. This is Rari Capital. Yearn Finance follows them. So this is a very interesting project, and PyDAO follows them. So there you go, guys. A lot of devs are following Ribbon Finance, so that's some project to keep your eye on for sure. And now for my exciting DeFi or Dingle announcement. We have launched a website, crypto videos and blogs, and Mr. Captain Jack is one of the bloggers, very intelligent, been in traditional finance for a while, very prestigious job in traditional finance, very smart. He has been blogging on crypto and been in crypto for a while. He just posted a Whiteheart in-depth, very informative price prediction and in-depth analysis. Whiteheart and Hegic, guys, go check it out. Very in-depth. Everything you need to know about Whiteheart is there, guys. Also, I want to point out his summary of Whiteheart because it's very important, and I think that he does a very good job at his conclusion. Overall, I think that Whiteheart is a solid project with a potentially bright future, but as with any other early stage project, still has a lot of unknowns that make it difficult to predict whether it really will be a success or not, guys. And I totally agree with him. I mean, at the end of the day, Whiteheart has yet to implement their mainnet. Also, a lot of unknowns, anonymous teams, premiums plus gas created very difficult way to make a put option reasonable. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And if you want to get to know more about Captain Jack and what he does, there's an About Me article on my website, dinglecrypto.com, guys. Go check it out. And now for the summary of Whiteheart. Whiteheart is a financial primitive for options and derivatives using Hegic's backend. You are a venture capitalist. Unlike traditional finance, crypto allows you to be a VC without having to be a accredited investor. So imagine you're a VC, because you technically kind of are, and this is a startup. Keynotes launched mainnet in Feb. High quality devs. They are very smart. High quality. Uniswap like interface. Ease of use. Good stuff there. Cash flows. Love cash flows. Fees generated by staking and selling of options, right? Build off Hegic's success. Hegic is successful, Whiteheart will be successful, and vice versa. They will build off of each other. No inflation in their token, which is very nice to see. Tech, hedge contract, automatic purchase of an option when you use their interface. That's what you are buying into, their tech, and that's what they're betting on to become a financial primitive. Hopefully they can expand it. I do see them expanding into other options and maybe other derivatives, which would be very nice to see. Derivatives are a huge market and will eventually be heavy in DeFi. So that's exciting to see for sure. Concerns, gas prices. Put options are very expensive, plus gas. So gas plus premium will most likely outweigh protection. So gas prices are insane. Also, premiums for put options specifically are insane, guys. So premiums are it's just premiums you paid on insurance, and this insurance protects you from market risk and downside price action for Ethereum. So that's what you're paying for, and those two things put together might outweigh the protection possibilities with this put option, unless you see a really terrible price action. So we will see. Covered calls, in my opinion, are better. as a protection on price action. Exploits, Hegic had a couple early on, so you could see something similar with Whiteheart. It's a risk with every DeFi project, so keep that in mind as well. Devs have multiple projects, which is a risk because at the end of the day, it's hard to focus on multiple projects, and only a small amount of people can successfully do that. Price prediction, 89 million market cap, $10,000 after they implement their protocol successfully. I think that could be in the near future if they successfully implement their protocol. But that is all for today, Dingoes. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you find value. Go check out dinglecrypto.com. Read his article. Read about Captain Jack. Join his community. He has his own Discord and Telegram chat if you want to talk to him directly, guys. Awesome stuff in store for the Dingle community. I love you guys, and make sure you subscribe and like. Also Discord and Telegram if you want to chat to me. That is our private chat. Anyways, Twitter and Dingle Twitter and personal Twitter are up. Go check out dinglecrypto.com again. That is all for today, Dingoes. Peace out and dingle dingle.